What if your spare change is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Today, we're revealing the top 3 ultra-rare U.S. coins, a Washington Quarter, a Bicentennial Quarter, and a Susan B. Anthony dollar, each one worth a fortune. Don't blink, you might have one sitting in your pocket right now. Section 1, The Historic Significance, 200 words. In 1976, the United States celebrated its 200th birthday, the bicentennial of American independence. To commemorate this monumental event, the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial coinage, including redesigned quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. The quarter featured an all-new reverse design by Jack L. Ahr, showcasing a colonial drummer with a victory torch encircled by 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies. It's one of the most recognizable and beloved quarter designs ever minted. Unlike most coins that change annually or remain the same, these bicentennial coins were struck with a dual date, 1776 to 1976, making them instantly stand out. The Denver Mint, Mint Mark, produced hundreds of millions of these quarters, making them common, but here's the twist. Certain rare varieties and errors are worth not just a few bucks, but thousands, sometimes even 6 figures. These coins are more than just currency. They're a tribute to American heritage, a collector's dream, and for some, an unexpected goldmine. Section 2, Why Some Are Worth a Fortune, 300 words. Let's talk money. While most 1976 bicentennial quarters are only worth face value, some rare versions have shocked the numismatic world with jaw-dropping auction prices. The secret lies in a few special factors. Error coins. Some 1976 quarters were struck on the wrong metal planchet. For example, a known specimen was struck on a silver-clad planchet intended for proof sets, rather than the standard copper-nickel clad. This error turned an ordinary coin into a high-value anomaly, selling for over $20,000 at auction. High-grade specimens, MS 67 or higher. Coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC with exceptionally high mint state grades, especially MS 67 and up, are extremely rare. These pristine coins, untouched and uncirculated, can fetch $3,000 to over $7,000, depending on demand and condition. Double die errors and misstrikes. A small number of 1976 quarters exhibit doubling on the date or drummer's design, known as double die errors. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the clarity and location of the error. Silver-clad business strikes. Although silver-clad quarters were intended only for collector sets from the San Francisco Mint, marked S, a few Denver minted coins have been found struck in the same silver composition, possibly due to planchet mix-ups. These extremely rare coins can command $10,000 to $50,000 or more, depending on grade. Section 3, How to Identify a Valuable One, 200 words. So how do you know if your 1976 bicentennial quarter is worth hundreds of thousands, or just 25 cents? Here's what to look for. Mint mark, check for the D on the obverse front to the right of Washington's ponytail. This confirms it's from the Denver Mint. Weight, a standard-clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. A silver planchet error might weigh 5.75 grams or slightly more. A digital scale could reveal a hidden gem. Color, silver quarters have a cleaner, more muted white-silver color without the reddish copper edge you see on clad coins. Strike quality, high-grade coins will have strong details, sharply defined hair, drum lines, and star outlines. No wear or scratches. Errors, look for doubling in the date or lettering. Odd shapes, cracks, or partial images could also signal valuable errors. If you suspect you found something special, don't clean the coin. Cleaned coins lose value. Instead, submit it to a professional grading service for authentication. Section 4, Record-Breaking Sales and Auctions, 150 words. Here's where things get really exciting. Over the years, rare 1976 bicentennial quarters have stunned collectors and investors with massive price tags. A high-grade MS 68 1976 D quarter sold at auction for $6,462. A rare silver planchet error with the D mint mark fetched over $19,200. Rumors swirl in the collector community of private sales reaching six figures for ultra-rare examples, especially in unique error varieties or unreported silver strikes. These are not fantasy numbers. Coins like this are auctioned by prestigious houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, where collectors fiercely compete to add these anomalies to their collections. Section 5, Final Thoughts and Call to Action, 150 words. So the next time you find a 1976 D Bicentennial Quarter in your change jar, don't dismiss it. It could be the very coin that changes your life. With the right mix of condition, rarity, and luck, your quarter could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1979 S. Susan B. Anthony dollar, a brief overview. In 1979, the U.S. Mint introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar, aiming to replace the larger Eisenhower dollar. Struck in copper-nickel, the coin features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The San Francisco Mint produced 109,576,000 of these coins, making them relatively common in circulation. Wikipedia, coinvaluechecker.com. Magnifying glass tilted left. What sets the 1979 S apart? While many 1979 S dollars are abundant, certain factors can significantly increase their value. Sad face coins and collections. 1. Mint mark varieties. The 1979 S coin exists in two mint mark styles: sad face and GC. Type 1, filled S. The mint mark appears as a filled S, resulting from a worn die, Littleton coin. Type 2, clear S. The mint mark is sharp and distinct, indicating a newer die, NGC. Collectors highly prize the Type 2 variety due to its rarity. Coins and collections. 2. Proof coins. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors, featuring a mirror-like finish. The 1979 S proof coins were produced in two types: sad face and GC. Type 1 features the filled S mint mark, NGC. Type 2 displays the clear S mint mark. The Type 2 proof coins are rarer and more valuable. NGC. Gemstone grading and value. The condition of a coin, known as its grade, plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. MS-65. Coins in this grade are in excellent condition and can be worth around $30, coinvaluechecker.com. MS-67. Coins in this grade are rare and can fetch up to $425. MS-68. Only a few coins have achieved this grade, and they can command prices up to $4,850. coinvaluechecker.com. Glowing Star. The ultimate find, MS-68 coins. The pinnacle of rarity and value is the MS-68 grade. Only a handful of 1979 S coins have achieved this grade, making them highly sought after by collectors. An MS-68 coin can be worth up to $15,000, depending on its specific characteristics and demand. coinvaluechecker.com, PCGS. Compass. How to identify a valuable 1979 S coin. To determine if your 1979 S coin is a valuable specimen, examine the mint mark. Look for a clear S mint mark on the reverse side. Check the grade. Assess the coin's condition using a magnifying glass and compare it to grading guides. Consult a professional. Consider having the coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, PCGS. Moneybag. Real-life success stories. Collectors have found 1979 S coins in their collections worth thousands. For instance, an MS-68 coin was sold for $15,000 at auction. Such stories highlight the potential hidden in these coins. Conclusion. The 1979 S. Susan B. Anthony dollar may appear ordinary, but certain varieties and grades can make it extraordinarily valuable. By understanding the nuances of mint marks, proof types, and grading, you can identify coins that could significantly enhance your collection and wealth. So, the next time you come across a 1979 S coin, take a closer look. It might just be your ticket to a treasure trove. Section 1. Background and historical context. 200 words. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, originally created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1979, the design remained largely unchanged, with John Flanagan portrait of Washington gracing the obverse and a majestic bald eagle on the reverse. The year 1979 may not seem particularly historic on the surface, but it marked a transitional period in the U.S. mint's production process. It was a time of experimentation, modernization, and a few unintentional errors, and that's where things get interesting. The U.S. Mint produced quarters in 1979 at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. While most quarters minted that year are extremely common, a few rare varieties, especially from the San Francisco and Philadelphia mints, have become legendary among collectors. With billions of 1,979 quarters in circulation, it might seem impossible that any one coin could be worth a fortune. But as you'll see, a few subtle differences and minting anomalies can skyrocket their value into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Section 2. Rare variants and errors that are worth a fortune. 300 words. Let's break down the most valuable and rare 1979 Washington quarters, and how to identify them. 1. 1979 S-Type 2 Proof Quarter, Clear S. One of the most famous and valuable 1979 quarters is the Type 2 Proof Quarter from the San Francisco Mint. The U.S. Mint originally released the 1979 S-Proof coins with a filled S mint mark, later known as Type 1. But midway through production, the Mint switched to a new punch that created a sharper, clearer S, now known as Type 2. This Type 2 quarter is significantly rarer and has become a sought-after treasure. If you find one in pristine condition, especially graded PR70, perfect proof, you could be looking at a coin worth $2,000 to $5,000 or more. 2. Off-center strikes and double strikes. Quarters that were misstruck, especially off-center errors where part of the design is missing, are hugely valuable. A 1979 quarter with a dramatic off-center strike can fetch $500 to $2,000 plus, depending on severity and condition. Double strikes, where the coin was struck more than once in the press, are even more exciting. Some high-grade double-struck 1979 quarters have sold for upwards of $3,000. 3. Wrong planchet errors. This is where the real money comes in. A few 1979 quarters were mistakenly struck on planchets intended for other coins, such as pennies or foreign coins. One known 1979 quarter struck on a cent planchet sold for over $10,000. Coins like these are so rare that some have only 1 or 2 known examples, meaning they can skyrocket in value to $25,000 or even $50,000 plus depending on the market and demand. Section 3. How to identify a valuable 1979 quarter. 200 words. Here's what to look for when searching for rare 1979 quarters. Mint mark location. Look at the obverse, front, of the coin, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. You'll see either a D, S, or no mark, Philadelphia. The San Francisco S Type 2 proof is the most valuable. Weight check. Use a digital scale. A standard 1979 quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it weighs significantly more or less, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet. Visual errors. Check for off-center designs, doubling in the text or numbers, doubled die, missing elements, unusual coloring, could signal a wrong metal. Proof finish. Proof coins are mirror-like and struck for collectors. If you have a proof coin with a clear S mint mark, check for the Type 2 variant. This is where real value lives. Professional grading. If you think you found something rare, submit it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. A coin's value increases dramatically when officially graded. Section 4. Jaw-dropping sales and auctions. 150 words. Let's talk real money. These aren't just rumors. 1979 quarters have sold for staggering amounts. A 1979 S-Type 2-proof quarter graded PR70 DCAM sold for $2,875 at Heritage Auctions. A 1979 P quarter struck on a foreign planchet brought in $10,000 plus. One off-metal error struck on a nickel planchet went for nearly $15,000. Rare double strike and off-center combinations have sold for over $5,000 in top condition. Collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade rarities and mint errors. As awareness grows and more people get into coin collecting, the demand, and the prices, keep rising. Section 5, Final Thoughts and Call to Action. 150 words. So what have we learned today? That a simple 1979 quarter could be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars, if you know what to look for. Check your old jars, coin rolls, pocket change, and collections. You might just find a Type 2S mint mark proof, a wrong planchet or double strike error, or an uncirculated gem in mint condition. These are the hidden treasures that can turn spare change into serious cash. Don't forget. Like this video if you found it valuable. Subscribe for more rare coin content. Comment below if you think you found a rare quarter. We might feature you in the next episode.